Hello guys, DJ Parson here. Today is my 100 subscriber special and I really want to thank everybody who has subscribed to me. It's really nice seeing people enjoying my videos, and I also read all of the comments that you post. I really enjoy those, hearing your thoughts. And something a lot of people would like to see are 4-player games. I haven't posted any yet. Mostly because it's really hard to play 4-player games and recording them in live games because they take so long in between turns. So for this 100 subscriber special, I thought I would play 2 4-player games at the same time. I'm really curious how that will go, but I think you might enjoy it. As you can see, I've opened 2 rooms with a random mix and Super Blitz, and I hope I find 2 players. After Kyung, he's in both my games. Level 40, that's really nice. I hope we can get some really good players and that we get really good games, and I will play both of them at the same time. So the first game started, and it is against APS and some numbers, Rock Lee and Human 1107. All quite high level, especially Rock Lee 43. So I will start this one first, and after that I hope the second one starts really soon as well. So let's take a look at the first game. So APS has the first turn. Let's see what is in the game. Pyramids, the library, Himurabi, Sun Tzu. All really good cards. I guess green will take Pyramids for his first turn, and then red maybe takes library. It's really hard to say what they will go for. I definitely could go for one of these cards, like a Good Wonder or Sun Tzu, plus one of these cards. So I think being third isn't too bad. Sun Tzu is especially good with Jansitska, who is not in the game. Oh, and he takes the Colossus instead. Interesting. So let's see if red will take Pyramids and Ashoka maybe. I would probably do that. But he takes, okay, the Stonehenge. I really like that. I could take the library and Ashoka, or Pyramids, Ashoka, and Frugality or Patriotism. Could also take Sun Tzu and Pyramids. Yeah, I think Pyramids should be what I take. And then really Sun Tzu isn't all that good in 4-player games, I think. So maybe I rather take Ashoka and then have Patriotism, so I already have one yellow card in hand for Ashoka. Yeah, I think I want to go for this. So let's check in on the other game. One has joined already, and let's hope 2 more join really fast. Let's see, Human is also in the game, so all players in the game, really great. Can take sometimes quite a while till everyone has really joined the game. Again, I don't really play 4-player games as much, mostly because of the time. It is quite a lot of downtime. So I hope I can play this really well. 4 players definitely is my like worst matchup. Definitely I am better in 2 or 3-player games, but I will see. So he has 4. He couldn't definitely take Library and Sun Tzu, or Colosseum and Sun Tzu. Engineering Genius is on 3, sadly. So green will take it for 1 in his next turn. That's great for him. So yeah, Colossus, Colosseum and Sun Tzu. And there's Hammurabi as well. That's not really good for us. I would have hoped that there would be no good leaders for the other guys. But definitely no problem. And everyone has a wonder, so library will be discarded. That's something you don't often see. Okay, but in circuses, and sadly no Pierre de Coubertin. Okay, so I definitely want to build a mine, increase population, and probably play Ashoka. I mean, Ashoka doesn't give me anything right now. I could also take a card more, but these aren't really that good. Maybe I take Rich Land. The others aren't that good. Could take Stockpile with Pyramids. Maybe I take Stockpile. So Reds and Uncertain Borders. Uncertain Borders, only the strongest and the weakest. So in 4-player games it's a little bit different than in 2-player games. And he goes for Sun Tzu. There's Monarchy. I definitely would like to get that really early. Maybe even with a revolution. But I guess green and red, especially green, will also probably like to take Hammurabi and Monarchy. If you can do that. So yeah, he takes Hammurabi, but doesn't have the action. Builds a temple. Okay. And drawing some cards. Let's see what we get. Some nice tactics. So definitely want to pick up knights if I can. Also need some different colored cards for Ashoka. So he plays and he takes the knights. Sadly. I mean, I could play Uncertain Borders. Maybe I will. Development of settlement, okay. So they can increase population. There's also no Marlene Dietrich, so drama could be isn't as strong. Also no Bach, so I don't think I want to go for drama. I'd still probably want to build a lab and maybe take Monarchy. And then one of these colored cards. Maybe I take the drama still. Nah, I think it's too risky. Maybe play Stockpile instead, but no, I really want another card. Another colored card. I think I will take... hard decision. I will take the drama. Why not? And keep one tactic like this, and it's my turn in the other game. First of all, good luck and have fun. So let's see what I want to take. Homer, Sun Tzu, or Acropolis. Maybe I want to take Urban Growth. I will go with Sun Tzu because there's Jan Zizka in the game. Do it like this. The combo is really strong with Jan Zizka and Sun Tzu. Mostly in 2-player games. As I said, I'm not playing 4-player games that much, so maybe my experiences from the 2-player games aren't too good for 4 players, but we will see. So this one game we have Sun Tzu and the other we have Ashoka. And he takes Acropolis for me and Frugality. I really hope I can get maybe Pyramids here as well. Stonehenge could also be good. Maybe blue will probably... Maybe we'll take Urban Growth and then... yeah, Stonehenge, okay. So I definitely want to play Sun Tzu this turn to draw the cards and build a mine, increase my population and take one of the wonders. I still think Pyramids is better than Colosseum. Yeah, so we'll go with that. So in both games I have the Pyramids. Let's see, I should... Okay, blue is taking up his reserve time. And there's Alchemy. It takes Alchemy and Bread and Circuses. Okay. So I draw Foray, though, so there's Foray and Uncertain Borders. If I will play Foray, then I have to take the knights and go for some knight tactics. So a little bit of a question if I want to go for a very early monarchy revolution, next turn maybe even. I will have corruption and I won't be able to take knights. But it can definitely be worth it to skip basically one turn and have corruption to get monarchy out. Especially this early. So if I can take the knights I would really like to take them. But if I guess green takes the knights, then I think I'm fine with a revolution. Also I can't, with stockpile I still only add 5 resources. So I can't finish my wonder. Development of warfare, yeah, maybe I want to build a warrior for free. And then I can also not go for the revolution because I have one unhappy worker and he doesn't take the knights. So yeah, I guess I will be going for the knights. Especially with this, with stockpile I can finish my pyramids. Okay, I can go for this turn first. He takes Engineering Genius for 3. He builds a mine. And he also builds a mine and takes Frugality and Rich Land. Okay. I definitely want to play Uncertain Borders. I think I will be really strong with with Sun Tzu. And scoring 1 science and food and resources really good. I'll increase my population, go for this. Maybe I don't have to increase population, let's only go for this. I will have no free workers, so I definitely should do this. This means I can't take monarchy, but maybe that's not too bad. So now maybe I will take Frugality or stockpile and Rich Land. Yeah, these 2 cards probably better with the pyramids. I can go for... I have enough civil actions to take stockpile. So yeah, probably should change these settings so this doesn't take so long. We'll do this after this turn. So it takes Eleanor and Theocracy and Frugality, as we saw before. And red also trade routes, finishes his wonder and goes for the Legion. I will play the Foray because I will also go for the Knights. Development of planning. I think Science is the best here. Okay, increase population. I wanted to play stockpile, I think, but this means I can't take the knights. So maybe I go for the resources, so I can just finish this, increase my population and take knights as well. This doesn't seem like a bad turn at all. So I'll do it like this and get rid of the aggression. So I'm gonna change the settings really fast for the game speed. In async games, please do it not instant but fast. So I'm producing quite a lot with Ashoka. I'm a little bit sad to take the development of crafts instead of science, but in this turn it worked quite well. Also, I have to be a little bit careful. They are foray in uncertain borders, and right now I am the weakest. So if they play something, it might be bad for me. He's offline right now, so I will join the other game. That should be my turn soon. Development of politics. I should have drawn a really nice tactic by now. And he goes for development of religion. Okay. Take swordsman and monarchy. Really want to take the Himeji Castle if I can, but it's gonna be hard. Would need to gain 2 resources. So there are a lot of tactics here, but not the best ones. Not the best one. The medieval army with Sun Tzu, that is really strong. With Sun Tzu and Yanzitska, this tactic is also really good. Oh, there was a little crash. And we're immediately back in the game. Okay, yeah, I have to see everything again. We already saw that. So if I get Yanzitska, then the fighting band is really good as well. Blue, not with the 3rd mine, that's interesting. Do I want to play something? Yeah, definitely. Could go for Reign of Terror. Development of markets, so I can go for the resources, finish this wonder. Now I can take Himeji Castle. It's really expensive, but also really good. So we'll take that. The other stuff is also not that great. Could take Call of Laws, but with permits I don't really need it. And so I guess I will take these. Maybe, no, I don't need this. Get rid of the trade agreement, the rebellion as well, and the territory, because I didn't draw any colonization cards yet. Can only keep these 2. This was the best tactic I've drawn so far, and I don't draw a new one. So I'm really hoping to draw or get Yanzitska. So here it's not my turn for quite a while. Here's everyone online, so I will stay in this game for now. So the Himeji Castle is really expensive. Have to find some way I can afford it. But with stockpile and maybe rich land, maybe if I can get iron, I should go for that. And there are 2 more resources, it's also nice. Can he actually finish his wonder for 9. So yeah, with Engineering Genius he can finish that wonder and also produce quite a lot. Can be really nice for him. Also, if I was him, I would play Isabella now. The third yellow cube you gain from Hippocrates isn't that important, and Isabella will produce him one resource, which definitely is more important, I think. And then also finishing this would put him at 4 resource production. That would be really nice. He's only at 1 science production though. And let's see, he does finish it. Doesn't play Isabella yet. Definitely can wait one more turn. It's only 1 resource he loses. And Red also with quite a lot of resources can finish his Acropolis. Everyone with quite a lot of resources. Can also take Monarchy next turn maybe. And increase. I will definitely increase my population, build 1 step of the Magic Castle. And maybe take Monarchy. Uncertain Borders and Reign of Terror, so I definitely want to be the strongest. And gaining 2 more signs, that's really nice. Puts me at 9, so I could go for the Monarchy next turn. But I guess blue will take that instead. But he will have to pay 3 civil actions for that. Should probably still go for that. Even though it puts him at corruption if he takes Monarchy for 3, develops it. So maybe he won't do that. Red takes the St. Peter's Basilica. Also goes for strength. 4 actually, from the Acropolis as well. Luckily I'm not the weakest. I definitely want to be the strongest for the Uncertain Borders. And I only need 1 warrior for that. And fulfill this tactic, and soon I will also finish the Magic Castle. And of course both of my turns will be at the same time again. Let's see what blue does here. Probably wants to finish his wonder. Okay, so now I will join this game instead. See what the other players did. So, development of religion. Blue probably finish. No, he doesn't finish his Colosseum yet. So green, does he finish his Colossus? Yes, he does. Okay, and takes iron as well. So I hope red doesn't play politics. He doesn't, so it was no problem that I was the weakest. Irrigation, and actually also going for this tactic. That's really a lot of strength. So we'll also skip politics and build a temple for free, mainly because Uncertain Borders and Foray. I definitely should go for some knights. I could copy his tactic next turn, but can also go for this. And maybe now it's time to play the stockpile. Actually, I can also play patriotism when building the knight. Let's play the stockpile and maybe cultural heritage, because I don't have a lot of science production. But this would put me at corruption, so I don't want to play stockpile, but maybe take away 1 rich land. Still have time to play the stockpile, so I'll do it like this and quickly join this game again. Okay, definitely should change the game speed. I definitely have to play the game speed as instant. Oh, those were the wrong ones, even in a live game, that is instant. Okay. We already saw all of these before, so it goes really nice and easy. Okay, now I am not the weakest, so I definitely can play politics. Maybe call to arms. Cultural influence. Okay. I want to increase my population once and go for this tactic. So I'm sadly not the strongest right now. Can also play the stockpile. Oh, and I wanted to go for monarchy. Alright, we'll do that. I mean, I could go for urban growth. Or rich land. I have one already in hand. Maybe we can go for irrigation. So I think this is better. Sadly, I won't have enough resources to build my magic castle or finish it. But maybe if... oh no, the other game was with Foray. Right. So he has especially a lot of food production, and now he definitely should swap to Isabella. Still waiting on Jansitska. But I have also quite a lot of actions. If I look at the overview, 6 actions, others all have 4. That's really nice. I'm really happy with my wonders, pyramids, super strong, and the magic castle as well. Okay, now this was really fast. Let's see, he took swordsman and went for swordsman, so he's at 4 strength now as well. So now if red plays politics, we are the weakest. That was not the plan. Maybe I should swap back to fast game speed. And it's the Reign of Terror, and oh no, I was wrong. Green is still the weakest. So that was lucky. That he didn't have enough military actions to copy the tactic from red. And blue, of course, being not the weakest because of Nostradamus, who gives +3 strength when determining the weakest civilization during events. So he is, when it's the weakest, he basically has 6 strength. Also red has taken Homer but not played him yet. But he can go for monarchy for only 6. No, he doesn't go for monarchy right now. He goes for upgraded swordsman as well. Dark Ages blue loses 5 science. That's really, really bad. And it's my turn here. Good harvest. Okay, we even gained 3 food because of Shokan. Finishes his Colosseum. And green foray, we are one of the weakest. That's really nice for us. And red takes Machu Picchu and goes for even more strength. But it's really nice that we got the foray. And with the good harvest we also have quite a lot of food. I will go for rebellion as well, I guess. Certain borders, sadly not the strongest, but that's definitely fine. I think I want to take one food so I can increase my population. No, I don't have to take the food. Can just do it like this. Maybe I go for the drama now. Have enough resources. Maybe one more night puts me at 10. And then I can definitely take reserves. Or the engineering genius maybe. I still need a new wonder, and engineering genius really good for that. Maybe Universitas Carolina. And go back into this game. Yeah, we saw that. And we saw this as well, of the Reign of Terror. Now he goes for Homer. And blue with the Dark Ages, that was really bad for him. That's the problem with Stonehenge. You really need to spend your science really fast. I definitely can play politics. I'm not the strongest, so maybe I want to wait, but there's still no Saladin, so I guess I will still play something. Maybe good harvest as well. Could really need some food. Foray, again one of the strongest, really nice. Both of these forays in both games went really nicely, and now I can even go for finishing this wonder. Puts me at 6 strength. Have to play a little bit faster probably. Maybe take iron, warfare, and theology. Or printing press. I'll go with printing press for now. Don't have that much time. I definitely have to play with instant. Sometimes makes it harder to see stuff, but I definitely don't want to run out of time. So with both of these rich lands, I can go for iron next turn, upgrade 2 of my mines. 4-player games, iron is definitely way more important than in 2-player games, because you don't get as many yellow cards and need your own production. But the foray again was really nice, finishing the Himeji Castle, producing 3 culture now. And actually we've all drawn so many cards, so there's only 1 left. So soon it will be reshuffled. And I'm really hoping that I can get Jansitska next turn. So let's check in on this game. Also the Dark Ages I lose here is nothing as well. And looks like blue ran out of time. That's sometimes a problem with 4-player games as well. So we won't have to wait for him anymore. Red is offline as well. Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I don't like to play 4-player games as the live games. Here's 30 seconds for his turn now. It'll be interesting to see if he manages. Maybe he will. Definitely should go fast. 8 seconds left. Doesn't seem like he will manage. Nope. So we have another AI. Not the way I hoped it would go. But new deposits, really nice. Habited territory. Yeah, I would definitely like that. What would I be willing to bid? Maybe 3? I can't bid more than 1 unit, probably. I have quite a lot of resources. I'm getting some yellow. Yeah, maybe I would even. Yeah, I guess why not. Win that. I have to send away one of those armies. And really fast go to this game. We also don't have that much time left. Certain borders. Sadly, I'm not the strongest. Strategic territory. So yeah, I can't bid. In this case, I can't bid 2. So I'll only bid this. And go back into this game. I'm gonna skip politics, maybe. I could also play immigration. But I'm the weakest, so probably not. Definitely want to take the universities. And finish this. And also build a knight. This way I can defend again, and next turn I can hopefully rebuild the warrior as well. And with these universities I have quite a lot of science production, which I really like. Now this game will go really fast because there are 2 AIs in the game now. So he goes for even more swordsmen. Sadly I will lose stockpile and Ashoka as well. Whoops. Yeah, these fast games are maybe a little bit too fast for me. So losing Ashoka not that good. Hopefully I get a new good leader in H2. Maybe Nobel or Catherine. All of them pretty good. Napoleon as well. Okay, my turn here. And red wins it. Okay. I'm not the strongest, but also not the weakest. Definitely can play Pestilence or Scientific Breakthrough. I would really like some science. Because of blue I am one of the 2 weakest, but that's no big problem. Sadly no Jansitska, so maybe I have to take Saladin instead. Else I would lose Jansitska, lose Sun Tzu. So we'll go like this. And then I wanted to go for iron with the rich lands. I don't really want to go for taking another technology. I've enough in my hand already. And I think I want the civil action. Discard these cards. Yep. So we saw those turns already, and now red goes for Scientific Breakthrough. And also even more military. And I sadly lose Ashoka and stockpile. So I'm gonna skip politics and I can go for monarchy. And maybe I go for Himeji Castle in this game as well. I have quite a lot of resources. But it's really expensive. I can go for cultural heritage. Sadly I didn't get the irrigation, so I have no one to build no way to build a new unit. So maybe I should go for warfare to defend against aggressions. Being the weakest isn't the biggest problem right now, I think. So maybe I take reserves. I can play that and increase my population next turn. Sadly, I do have corruption, but sometimes there's no way around that. These tactics are really nice. Maybe I get an early cannon and can go for the mobile artillery. Sadly, I'm the weakest player, so I'll have to delete one of my mines. This AI really draining a lot of my FPS. So it's interesting to see when players get these really good AIs. Sometimes they're replaced by really bad AIs. These also need quite a lot of time to think. And he comes online again. So let's see, maybe Magic Castle is also really expensive for him to take. So maybe I can take that in my next turn. See, that's nice. Both of them losing civil actions. As you can see, I'm really a big fan of Magic Castle. Really want to get that. And he doesn't take it. That's really nice. I don't really want to play politics. I'm the weakest. So I could also delete this, because I want to rebuild the theaters. Go for reserve. Go for Magic Castle. And don't really have to. And also don't really have to increase my population. Can take Magic Castle. Wait, I don't have to play reserves as well. I have one free worker now. Could just take Magic Castle, build one step. Sadly, then I do have. I could also do it like this. Makes me stronger again. Next turn I can play reserves and finish my wonder. And then I maybe take selective breeding. Could also take urban growth and frugality. Selective breeding also is really nice, so we'll go with that. Still have the rich land in hand for that. I get rid of this tactic, keep the rest. And once I finish my wonder, I'm the strongest again. Knowledge of the Ancients, gaining 3 science and 1 resource, really nice. And it's my turn here now. Harvest. And he takes Yanzitska. So yeah, it was a good call to go for Saladin. Pact offer. I can use resources as food. Yeah, definitely want to that. Will accept, definitely. Really nice. Where's the game gone? Locally. Yeah, I think I have to go into the game so the AI can play. Now it's Red's turn now, and now it's my turn here again. Oh, wrong game, this one. Yeah, a little bit hectic, especially because one game has 2 AIs now. So now I am the weakest, the age is over. Okay. I don't think I want to play politics in this case. can increase my population thanks to the pact. In this game also no Pierre de Coubertin, so burning surfaces are not as good. Maybe I can go for irrigation here as well, but I really would, yeah, breakthrough, definitely have to take breakthrough. Could even take this breakthrough as well, just taking a lot of cards this turn. Don't see a problem with that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the civil action again and get rid of this stuff, or maybe this stuff instead. Left a bit for a colony here. Vast territory as well. I don't really have the resource. I could build a whole army again. Maybe just to make it expensive for blue, is to send away 2 swordsmen. So let's see, do I want to play politics? Not the weakest, so probably, yeah, maybe the Cold War. I could also play an aggression on blue. He didn't play any colonization cards for his colony, so it might be that he can't defend. Maybe I will try that. Sadly he does. So yeah, I will finish my wonder. Can go for selective breeding. And take efficient upgrade for next turn. Don't have to increase population quite yet, and I can take maybe navigation as well. And frugality, don't really need that with irrigation. Maybe I just use my turn to play navigation. I keep the tactic, get rid of these. Yep. So now I'm the strongest. Maybe next turn I can play another aggression on blue. Pretty sad that it didn't work out. So he takes Napoleons, that makes it a lot harder. Oh yeah, 15. That's pretty hard to play an aggression on him. But I also draw a war. Maybe we can go for that. But everyone's really close with military. And he goes for some resource and food production. So there's Catherine and strategy, both of them really nice. We'll definitely take one of them. I mean, I don't really need strategy. I have warfare, and when having warfare, yeah. So I have no problem with him taking the strategy. And now I probably want to play Cold War. Definitely can use some science, and I should be the strongest. Not one of the weakest, that's really nice. Yeah, Catherine really good. I need a new leader anyway. And go for this with efficient upgrade. And maybe with rich land again. This seems really nice. And get rid of the immigration maybe. Not my turn here yet. Call to arms, I'm the second weakest player, but losing one civil action isn't as bad. This is really one of those, you're not too unhappy, depending on how many civil actions you have. If you only have 4 and you lose 2, that's really bad. But in my case, not too bad at all. Getting 7 culture, that's really nice. I produce quite a lot with my Wonders and Catherine. So if I take a look here, definitely have the most. Don't have as much resource production, but I have the food. Crusades. Really nice to be not the weakest. And there are the cannons as well, definitely want to pick those up. And go for this nice tactic. Let's hope he doesn't take it. Can also go for another mine if I want to. I will have enough population. But also have to keep in mind that I need a new happy face. Sadly I can't use Catherine yet. So maybe I will go for international negotiations. I'm the strongest, so I definitely want to play. Civil unrest, also no problem. So I will play the reserves, maybe take the cannons. It's pretty expensive, but I definitely want to take them. And then I don't play the reserves, I don't need them right now. I will increase population once. And maybe take urban growth, so next turn I can build a new drama. We'll do it like this and join the other game. Okay, green really snipey population. So it would be really nice if something bad came for him, but seems like a rebellion could still be a possibility. Maybe I do want to play new deposits. Nobody else is playing, I don't know why. I will just do it. I have iron production. Vast territory. Definitely could use that. But also don't have that much strength. But still I would probably bid 5. And he gets it with Isabella. Hopefully he has to send away quite a lot. Also with this tactic, it's really nice if I have cannons. Has to spend 6 resources for that, but still a really good deal for him. So I don't want to take knights if I can just go for the cannons. We'll go for irrigation with breakthrough. And upgrade my food production. Then maybe I go for another religion and reserves. This way I can't really defend, but with my magic castle I should be able. I have 6 and I would gain 4 from this, so I should probably go for strength. Get rid of the aggressions, I don't really need them. Like this, and join this game again. Aggression failed from blue. Popularization of science, okay. Everyone at 15. Hopefully, no, pact accepted, okay. And it's really nice. We know that Cold War is here. And I'm the second strongest, so I definitely want to open that up. I'm gonna play the vast territory with my navigation. Gain 6 science, that's really strong. And now I wanted to go for a theater. Develop the cannons. And actually maybe I go for coal and rich land as well for next turn. And play this tactic at 19. Yeah, why not? And I can also go for coal. and upgrade that next turn. With which land? Could have terrorism. I definitely have the most culture. I have to respond to an aggression. Okay, let's see. So if I send away one of these, and this, I can defend. They are the cannons, I definitely want those. Even though, sadly, I can't go for them next turn. That's really nice from the Magic Castle, that I could defend. He probably was pretty safe that he would win that. So definitely was good that I took the strength from Saladin. Okay, losing some resources isn't too bad for me. I have quite a lot. My biggest problem right now is science. So if I can, I definitely would like to pick up the breakthrough. I have quite a lot of actions I can spend. Should probably rebuild one of the warriors for now, before I go for the cannon. Okay, he goes for that. I don't want to go for politics and lose 2 resources. Yeah, definitely take the breakthrough and 1 cannon. Want to rebuild one of these, as I said. I can't go for warfare, sadly, because I won't have enough for the cannons next turn. Maybe I go for reserves instead. It's a good way to... yeah, maybe that as well. And then can take reserves. I need the space in my hand, so this is really fine. And then again go for strength, so I can defend again, maybe. Depending on if I draw a defend card. And I do, so that's really nice. And it should be my turn here very soon, so I will join that now. Freedom of movement, okay. Can see what I can do with that. Wait, it's my turn here again. A bit for colony, okay. I'll do that really fast. I don't think I can go for that. Nope, I have to pass. If I bid for that, I definitely couldn't defend against an aggression. And let's see what the red does in this turn. Also at 7 culture production, I discard reserves 1, sadly. And I can go for Catherine, I think that's really good, gaining a yellow token. Okay, I definitely want to take 1 from my warriors and put them on the cannon. So I fulfill the tactic 1 more time. Sadly, this means I can't upgrade my mine this turn, but I can take the breakthrough. I'm a little bit short on resources. Can take the engineering genius, and that's some resources, and increase population again. Maybe at 26, that's really nice. And then maybe I can take something. Maybe rifleman, just to have the option. Yeah, seems okay. I really don't need this tactic, I don't need this aggression or this aggression. Yeah, get rid of those. Keep the war for now. No, I don't think I will need it. Politics of Strength, really nice. Drawing a lot of cards. No war, sadly, so that's not an option yet. Can definitely go for this tactic if I want to with my rifleman, but again, this tactic is really good. Should be enough. And he offers a pact. International tourism, why didn't he offer that to me? I have even more. I would have also accepted, but sadly he chooses red. Yeah, I still have a little bit of a happy face problem. And there's sadly, there's Chaplin. I maybe would take him even to gain the happy faces. Perfect would be really Marlene Dietrich. Would produce me quite a lot of culture and happy faces and give me some strength. And he accepts that. And has to think again. Takes modern infantry. Has also a really big happy face problem. And goes up to 26 strength as well with all his modern infantry. And he took the Statue of Liberty. So yeah, my biggest problem is that he is at 10 resource production. I'm only at 3. This could cost me in the long term. He declares a war on blue. Also goes for a lot of military. I think I can go for impact of culture. I'm best there right now. Arms industry. Yes. Having 7 resources now, that's really nice. I can upgrade one with the rich land. And build another drama as well. And take reserves. And maybe go for the rifleman as well with breakthrough. So in the long term I can go for this tactic as well, it's a little bit better than mine. And that means I can get rid of, yeah, I don't really like this pact. Get rid of one of those aggressions, maybe this one. Don't really need this tactic. This aggression also, and science don't have that. And maybe I don't need all of those. This is really fine. And join the other game. Yeah, I don't win the. He wins that colony as well with Isabella. Failed aggression. This time it tries on blue, but again blue has 3 extra defending from this. Oh, green loses 8 food. That's really bad for him. Especially because he doesn't have that much production. We want to play for politics, scientific and new deposits. Don't really think I want to do that. Now can go for cannons with my breakthrough. Go for 1 cannon. Maybe I can play this right now, maybe I don't have to. Yeah, maybe I don't. Maybe I can take patriotism and frugality. Our strategy is also really nice. And then I can also play the reserves. And now I think I can go for the civil action again. Yeah. Get rid of the strategy, the territories. And even draw a war. Okay. You have to consider a pact. I produce an extra, yeah, that seems really good. Producing even more culture. And helping him a little bit with his war. What type of war? Over technology, okay. Does really want to go for Einstein, okay. So we'll lose quite a lot of science to red. So I have to see where I want to take this game for myself now. There's professional sports, maybe I should pick that up. As I said, I really need some happy faces. Can I also take Churchill if I want to? Green also probably wants to take professional sports, but doesn't seem like he will. He will take democracy instead, okay. I think that's good, so red won't get that. And now red will gain all of his techs and science. Well, not all of it, but quite a lot. Probably the Code of Laws and the science. Also has quite a... no, that's blue, has a lot of techs in hand. Red doesn't. Also, let's see if he will take Churchill for 3. I think I would take him for 2. Churchill is always nice to have. Especially if I can get professional sports. I really don't need Chaplin in that case. Mandela could also be nice. Could pick him up for cheap, go for professional sports and produce quite a lot of culture with him. Let's see with these impacts. This one right now is really good for me, and variety also not too bad. Maybe the coal was not that good, so he goes for that. 29, and declares a war on me. That's mean. So I will go for one of the impacts, the impact of harmony, I guess. Or even a variety first. Let's go for harmony. An autonomous territory. Could definitely send away the knights and go for this different tactic. Okay, we'll gain that. And what do I need most? Probably resources. So we'll upgrade this. Go for Churchill. Air forces with Churchill. Puts me at 39. I think I don't have anything better right now. Can also send away something with my magic castle, so the war won't be as big. And then maybe I take urban growth. Or the engineering genius. I will go for that. And load into this game. Oh, everyone only at 2 science production. Okay. And that's not too much. Migration, red has the most. Red is really looking really good. New deposits, that's really good for me, and some others. He isn't playing yet. It's my turn again, because seems like one of those resigned. Blue resigns. Interesting. So then can definitely send away the knight. I really still... Oh, it was only war over territory, so not too bad. And an aggression occupy. I have quite a lot of stuff I can play, but even with that, not enough, so I have to concede, sadly. And now it's my turn here. Yeah, we saw that already. Yeah, the immigration. And the new deposits. Now I'm the weakest, and the H2 cards can be really mean, so I won't be playing politics. I can increase my population. And now I probably want to delete these and go for the tactic. Yeah, that's really good for me. And then maybe Catherine as well. Sorry. And maybe I do that with patriotism to just draw more cards. This and Catherine. Also want some happy face. Maybe I have to go for organized religion. With a breakthrough. But again, then I think I should also take this breakthrough. And then I also don't need to develop that. Breakthrough. Okay, then I have no space in hand. So I can... but I have corruption problem. So maybe for now I don't take organized religion. There's team sports and other stuff. I just build another religion and take urban growth. Just maximizing on these breakthroughs because I have so little science production. No, yeah. So he got his aggression off. Maybe didn't draw another war. And I have a big happy face problem. Bit of industry, not that good for me. He also has happy face problems. Variety also not good for me. Maybe I declare war on green. Get some culture for my investment into these military techs. Okay, increase once and maybe delete these. Yeah, go for that. And I can copy this tactic to gain... I don't have the military actions. But no problem. Maybe I go for a religion then, produces me one culture. Military build-up definitely nice, and reserves. He has taken the International Red Cross. Oh, I really have to play faster. I get rid of industry. To be careful that I don't lose because of time. So let's see if he can do anything, but they have packed. Still, with my magic castle I should be fine. Really playing slow here. Yeah, that was really good war for me. And let's see what red wants to do. Vast territory, definitely could really use that, so I don't have to care about happy faces anymore. But I really can't bid that because then I would lose my war. I mean, I don't really need this one. So 8 I could bid. And he also bids 8. He has to send away 2 knights. Maybe there's impact of population in here. But really nice that he didn't have another war. And sadly I didn't draw a good impact. Maybe impact of variety, can go for that. He finishes his International Red Cross. Yeah, I should probably send away one, gives me quite a lot of culture. I could even go for another one. Still can't really do anything about that. It's a little bit abusing the PC, the AI, but yeah. Can also play the military build-up to go for this. And reserves. Put another one here. They pick up patriotism. A revolutionary idea. Maybe also again patriotism, if red wants to go for war. And join this game. Independence, I have no colonies, so no problem. Blue still with, oh no, now he changes to Darwin. It was really time. Sadly I can't use Catherine now, so we'll skip politics. I can go for strategy, which is really nice with breakthrough. Can also increase population. And maybe I will go for another lab. Maybe I don't have to go for the strategy. But I have to develop something. I would like to take scientific method. So maybe I go for war instead, but that feels really bad. So yeah. Maybe do it like this. My problem is that I have corruption. Don't really like that. So maybe I delete this and build one here. Have to do that at some point anyway. Can't really use my action. You have to play fast in the other games, so no time to think what else I could do. And it's a 1 versus 1 here now, because the other AI also left our game. Green has resigned. Immigration, no one has anything. Okay, and the age is over. Pick of government, not really good for me. Variety, also no. And maybe variety, I will play that. Against me, 3 culture for playing it. Maybe I would bid 1. Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe that was bad. I don't draw the cards, I didn't think about that. Sadly I win that. Okay. Probably not a big problem, but still. See, here's at 10 production, I'm at 11. That's really good for the impact of culture. Even though he will build even more probably. Can go for one more technology. And now I have these weird patriotisms in hand. Here we go for this. Don't really need these anymore. Go for patriotism. And another one. Copy this tactic. So I'm in. I can pretend that I'm in the range of defending against him. Maybe he doesn't want to play an aggression then. Maybe take military theory. For the impacts of technology or something like that. So he also plays, and the refugees. Yeah, I don't think I will be able to win this game. He can also finish the space. No, he can't. He doesn't have enough resources. That's nice at least. I have a little bit of a lead, but probably not enough. Mainly because of impact of culture. And also I deleted some. Yeah, I'm not playing really good. Impact of harmony, I forgot about that, so I deleted some of my mines and stuff. Impact of government, and now here also at 16. Impact of government. Yeah, if I go for fundamentalism, that should be good. Yeah, it's gonna be quite close. Can delete one of these. I don't need the strength at all. Let's see who wins before we write GG. For the impact of harmony, I want to rebuild one of my mines. So I score more there. And nothing else to do. So end the turn. Yeah, I don't need the strength. And let's see. Government, yeah, I got slight ahead there. Harmony 16 and he got 20. Getting closer. Balance, I have 0. Oh, that's really close. Progress 12 and 14. Technology 28. Okay, in the end not even close. And variety as well. Yep, GG, well played by him. A little bit sad about these two computers who both resigned at some point. Not ideal, but still a fine game. Definitely didn't play as good as I could have with the other game going on. So maybe I could have won if I could have played something differently. So let's get this game finished. This is a little bit more relaxing now. Cold War. I'm one of the strongest. That's really good. Also maybe now I can make use out of Catherine. Get a yellow token and steal one from every one of my opponents. Also really need that. When playing two games at the same time, it's really hard to remember where the game is at. The culture looks not too bad for me. His actions are also really nice, and with the magic castle and this nice tactic, Definitely can go for some wars. Just need one more cannon and I have quite a lot of strength, especially with my magic castle. So yeah, the last game I probably didn't win because of my resource production. In 4-player games, staying at 3 bronze for so long is a little bit dangerous. And then I went for coal really late. Yeah, I will go for Catherine. And I wanted to go for the scientific method. Problem is my happy faces. So maybe I would delete one of my labs. 6 should be enough. And then maybe take Wave of Nationalism. Can easily use that, and maybe Rifleman as well. Some reserves would be really nice. I think I can get rid of some of these aggressions and the national pride. Yeah, some reserves would be really nice. It will take quite a while until I can get increase my population again. Maybe I should consider going for professional sports, so I could free up my religion people. Can also go for movies if I want to. I have quite a high resource production. Also, new leader Bill Gates can be really good with my 2 scientific methods, but I also have quite a lot of resource production already. So maybe Chaplin and movies would also be really nice, solving my happy face problem, and I could delete my religions and build movies instead. Okay, got this tactic, so maybe we'll go for Rifleman. But really this tactic isn't much better than this tactic. For 4 units I get 10 strength from here and only 12 for them here. Although it's more, the 12 of course, but I have to develop the Rifleman, I have to split up my units, so this one is really a lot easier to fulfill. When there are higher forces, of course, it's a little bit different, because this tactic is doubled and then the 12 is quite a lot. And I have the Rifleman in hand. This tactic and the other tactic were the reason why I took them. So the entrenchments and the positional army. There's Marlene Dietrich, but I don't think she is the best for me. I mean, can definitely use her really well with this tactic, but I don't have drama. Movies are really expensive. I definitely could take Marlene Dietrich, and movies also solves my happy face problems, produces a little bit of culture, and gives me strength, so definitely is an option. I sadly have no information at all what is in the deck right now. Also, I draw 1 War over Culture, so there's also definitely a possibility. Definitely have enough resources to go for like a big war. Question is if I have enough food. Really don't want to delete my... Yeah, depending. If I get professional sports, I can delete my religions and go into military, especially with professional sports also giving me strength. So if I can get that, I think I would go for that. Also with Wave of Nationalism in hand, which I can definitely use for quite a lot. 4 at least, maybe even 6 if red builds more units as well. And then going for big wars with the Magic Castle. Definitely a good option. And blue probably won't go for the professional sports because he already has team sports and even bread and circuses. Generally it's never that good to have both of these. And yeah, red will maybe take professional sports, but he doesn't have that many actions, so yeah, he takes movies instead. Iconoclasm, okay, everybody loses every leader. So good that I could use Catherine before I lose her. And also there's Nelson Mandela, so professional sports seems like an even better option now. Taking Nelson Mandela first, then going for professional sports, produces quite a lot of culture. So this looks really nice, and also think nobody should, blue shouldn't take away any of these cards for me. Also have enough military actions with my strategy to go for wars. Also there's no Gandhi. Blue has quite a lot of military but no good tactics. Only the phalanx. Sadly, green lost Napoleon, so I can't use Ray of Nationalism off of him as well. And who would I probably declare war on? Let's see about that later. I mean, I could also go for war now over technology or territory. He has a lot of potential depending on what tactics he got. Maybe I can declare war on red. But he can also copy text. Maybe it's too early now to think about that. So I play international negotiations. Border conflict, okay. So yeah, I think I will take Nelson Mandela and professional professional sports. And then I can go for that. And lose 10 culture right now. And now I can start deleting my religions and building another cannon, making me the strongest. And maybe get rid of the war of technology and the of these. Now I want to keep those, the tactic, or maybe the territory. So 2 wars in hand. I think I know what my plan should be. Get my hands on an air force and go for military. Can declare 1 war next turn and maybe 1 after that. All the while producing quite a lot of culture from Mandela and the Magic Castle. Can also delete 1 more of my religions and go for another professional sports. Let's see, impact of strength should be really good for me, and a bit of harmony right now looks pretty good. Might even become better depending. Yeah, I can increase one more time and go for military, so also not too bad. But should probably play Impact of Strength first. He went for the Louvre. It's quite late now. This is really blocking him. Will take a lot of time for him to finish that. 3 turns of resource production. Maybe with reserves he can manage to finish it next turn, but even then, maybe if he finishes next turn it's still good. But also he probably wants to upgrade his resource production even more. See, red will maybe take Bill Gates. Could definitely be an option. I mean, I'm probably gonna play the war and not the Impact of Strength next turn. Depending a little bit on whom. Probably green, I guess. He doesn't have that much resource production, not that many military actions. Red has, yeah, depending, and I think it depends a lot on what they do in this turn. Blue probably is not a good victim for my war with all his military units. Green also has this tactic, so it's at 22 now. I just really hope I can get air forces. That would make my war next turn really good. I mean, I also don't have to play the war next turn. I can play Impact of Strength and go for another arena. Maybe pick up some patriotisms. Look at the culture. Green is definitely behind and everything else is really close. Actions wise I definitely have the most, and yeah, red looks like one of the contestants for the win. Blue also isn't looking too bad, especially with all these resources, and he probably finishes the Eiffel Tower very soon. But he has no actions, basically. Okay, red taking quite a lot of cards from the second row. Bill Gates. Vast territory. Yeah, I definitely would like that. I can bid quite a lot. Which then would also enable my wave of nationalism again. So this is really good for me if I get that. Let's wait for green. Some really juicy yellow cards here. Patriotism, reserves, a revolutionary idea. It's also nice from Mandela that he also gives you one more. Oh, don't really have to send away much. And sadly 23, not enough to use wave of nationalism that well. So like this I definitely have to go for the Impact of Strength next turn. And then maybe build one more arena to produce even more culture from Mandela, which is also really nice of this territory that I produce more culture with Mandela because I have more surplus happy faces. Also really nice if I can get civil service, which I should probably get. Also I don't have to delete my religions, I can just increase my population twice. So this is looking really well, I think. So yeah, blue probably, as I said, finishes the Eiffel Tower now. Yeah, maybe he should go for revolution on constitutional monarchy. Problem is he is only at 2 science production, so yeah, he would like to get the revolutionary idea, for example, but he doesn't have the actions to take that. So I think blue looks to be in a fine position, but with those 4 civil actions, it's not looking that good. Also no blue technologies for the impacts. Generally not that much for his impacts. Okay, take reserves. Yeah. So I will play the impact of strength. Refugees is sadly not the strongest, but still not bad. Civil service, as I said, really good for me, gaining some more civil actions. I can play Wave of Nationalism, and I know then I can't. Definitely want to build a new arena. Put him at 27 again, the strongest. Maybe take revolutionary idea or patriotism. With patriotism I could then also not do much else, really. Don't want to take movies, too expensive. Yeah, I guess I will take patriotism and just take movie oil away from someone or something like that. Yeah, like this. Putting in 12 culture now. Bit of progress, that could be good for me. Yep, really good. Also can take satellites, make it even better. So I also don't have to go for the war, but one I definitely should be able to get off with 1 air force and another cannon. It's quite expensive, 1 air force and 1 cannon. With patriotism I would need some wave of nationalism. Freedom of movement, that could also solve that problem. Can definitely take 1 from my religion and put him on the cannon. It's really a fun card, I think, the freedom of movement. Often you can really use it quite well and feels like a really good card, fun card. So really well done job by the developers on this card, as a lot of cards in the expansion. Also the tactic that they put in, this one probably really needed, or not too needed really. I mean it's not that much different than this one. What a nice addition. Also impact of culture, really like this, and impact of harmony as well. Just solid impacts that they added in the expansion. And like this, Mandela is really strong. He gives me 8 culture and a civil action. It's really nice. So this colony was really good for me. Come on, green. Can't really be that hard this turn. Can go for a revolutionary idea and then play democracy. But then he doesn't have any happy faces anymore. Red will lose one to refugees. That's also really bad always. Really bad feeling. So I think this game is really going well. I think from this position I can definitely win. Look at this. 6, most not that different for most. 6 signs as well, which is nice, and a lot of culture production. Okay, so he goes for more military, even deleting his second mine, which enables my wave of nationalism, which is really nice. Still no air force of all the 3 that are in the game. Maybe blue builds something as well now, and I can use a wave of nationalism for 4 resources maybe. Go for an air force if that comes. A bit of harmony. I think I will play the Impact of Progress first, especially if I can get my hands on satellites. Impact of Competition would be really nice with my arenas. Never know what is under here. Yeah, really well timed. You can go for computers now and Bill Gates and upgrade to produce even more resources. So declaring war on red will be really difficult, and with him having so many resources and even patriotism in hand. But still, I'm not really focused too much on a war, because that's definitely one possibility where I can make a lot of culture, but there are other possibilities as well. Can maybe even take space flight if I want to. 15 will be even a little bit more. Definitely want to be the strongest very soon to get the impact of strength on my side. And he goes for Bill Gates but doesn't upgrade to computers. Instead goes for a new tactic. They're all really afraid of wars. And he also takes the space flight, okay. I'm not really ahead of him in culture, so him finishing his space flight will give him a lot of culture that I have to pick up as well. Fast food chains would probably be really good for me. And also the impacts where I should score quite a lot. I don't really see blue going for satellites with his 4 civil actions. Should definitely pick up a revolutionary idea. Yeah, not a lot of food in this game really. He is only at 2 irrigation and me as well. Sooner or later that's never enough. And green only at 1 agriculture and red at 1 selective breeding, so not that much population in the game. So it was really nice to get the colony. I was a little bit surprised no one really bid that much. Maybe they are all too afraid of a war. Okay, so now my Rev Nationalism will be really good. Yeah, I think I will play the Progress. Inhabited territory, okay. Can definitely go for that as well. Produce me even more culture with Mandela. And with the Rev of Nationalism I can easily rebuild. If I even have to. Really think I will get it. Yep. Get that. And yeah, I wanted to take one from religion and put him on the cannon. And then I can play with nationalism. Go for another cannon. Making me the strongest again, also going for satellites. And taking revolutionary idea. Reserves are always really nice. And then maybe fundamentalism. And why not take urban growth as well? Having this many civilizations is always super good feeling. Now I'm even producing 7 from Mandela. Made of technology, also really good for me. So I think there's not a lot of ways I could lose on this game. And there are the air forces. I mean, a war could definitely be a possibility where I lose, but I don't see myself losing any wars. Especially with my Himeji castle. And the revolutionary idea. Sadly I cannot go for fundamentalism next turn, even with my revolutionary idea. Bit of science, also really good for me. Yeah, I'm really ahead in a lot of the impacts. That's usually a really good sign for the game. They all had so little science production. Even has 20 saved up from 2 production. Don't really know why they went so heavily into military, and they're not doing really anything with their military. He has 1 mine, 1 farm and 1 urban building, the rest into military. And he also only 2 civil buildings with so much resource production. I think that's a little bit crazy. Also here green has the Machu Picchu and coal, but no bronze or no iron, so they don't produce more. So this wonder only gives them 1 food production, and not so good. And blue, yeah, blue has different problems. Now he at least has, okay, declares a war on red, so it looks like they want to decide the game on the wars. I mean, he basically has no other choice, he doesn't produce anything else really. But red is also really strong with his food production, but he doesn't have enough for air forces. So maybe a good move by blue and by green, but again it's only 13 difference. With 16 resources, that's not that much. Depending on what tactics he has, he can just go for modern infantry, upgrade his units and build a new one, and he should be fine. Also, I will have 2 more turns, probably. Yeah, definitely. So maybe I will take the fast food chains. Should produce me 19, yeah. I mean, I also can definitely still go for a big war. when taking air forces with revolutionary idea, I can do that. Build 2 air forces. Still have enough to declare the war. So I think that should definitely be an option. Probably on blue, depending on what he does. I'm guessing red will really increase his strength. Also, I still want to go for strength because of my impact of strength. So going for war and increasing my military is good in 2 ways. Winning the war and going for the impact of strength. Yeah, this is a problem with 4-player games, especially in the end. They just take so long. And there's not much I can talk about now anymore. I've analyzed the game to death. That's where streaming games comes in handy. I'm also thinking about doing that, so if you have any thoughts about that, if you want to see me stream some games where I can interact with the chat, like in this position we could just I could communicate with the chat and see what you guys are thinking. Definitely think about starting to stream. So you can definitely let me know in the comments what you would think about that. And I'm really happy about every comment that I receive. It's really nice to, I don't know, wake up or just get a notification in the middle of the day, see a nice comment. I've had really nice comments so far. Not one was mean or anything. So I'm really enjoying doing this and really enjoying the community. You all seem like really nice people. Okay, but with the impact of culture, sadly my 7 from Mandela don't count, which I think is, it's fine, it's fair, I think. Would be too strong maybe. I don't know, it's just these niche situations, so it wouldn't really make him much stronger. It always feels a little bit bad when that happens. But I'm not gonna complain about that. Doesn't change the game too much. So I didn't really go for any military. Maybe it's just fine with losing the culture. So yeah, the question is who will be my biggest contender. Maybe it will be blue, even though blue will probably not score that much with the impacts. Green definitely is too behind to be a threat. Red will lose quite a lot against green, even with his wonder. I don't think he will have enough. And blue, I guess blue is my biggest threat right now, so maybe I will declare the war on blue. Also depending if he takes air forces. No, he takes my fast food chains that I wanted, and I think that means I will declare a war on him. Wars going all around. Going for a revolutionary idea. And the air force, getting some resources and patriotism. I'm building 2 of those. 58. You thought you could take away my fast food chains. Think again. And what do I do with my last worker? Why not getting even more strength? And I can develop even one more technology, like the rockets. Next turn will probably be my last, so I throw away these wars. So yeah, red loses quite a lot of culture. Of government also really good for me. All these tactics really good for me. I guess I can also play this one. Harmony also. I mean, it depends who will be the second strongest. Probably, as I said before, blue. So I have to look where I am most ahead of blue. Here not that much. Here 7, yeah, that's definitely fine. Here 10, and he won't be gaining any science, so maybe input of science. Here it's even more, so I think the input of technology it will be. But I mean, after the war, it's very unlikely that blue will be the second best. Maybe it will still be red, or maybe blue, green declares another war on someone. Yep, will be interesting to see. Also, you can let me know in the comments what you thought about these playing two games at the same time. For me it was really stressful, especially in the beginning. And then when two players left the one game and the AI is played really fast, it got really stressful and I lost that game, sadly. But yeah, can let me know. I think it's a good way to have not so much downtime. It's stressful for me, but maybe really enjoyable for you. But I can also understand if you think that there's just too much going on. I sometimes can't really concentrate on what game I'm in. I'm mixing both of the games I'm playing. So maybe for you it's the same and you would enjoy it more if I had the downtime and don't play two games at the same time. And this was an experiment, so you can be really open and tell me what you thought about it. And what if I should do that again, if I should focus more on the 3-player or 2-player games. As you can see, I'm also playing tournament games right now, so those will come up very soon. These are in H1 and this in H2, so this is like a small sneak peek at the tournament games coming up. And seems like red is offline. Does he have much reserve left? 2 minutes. So we have to wait and let the timer run out. Yeah, it will be interesting to see the end result of this game. Now that red seems to be leaving and be replaced by an II. I think he will be last, as he should be. If you leave a game, just concede it, don't just go away. And if you leave the game, you deserve to lose. So I regretted to not play the war on red. And these colonies also super nice for me. Especially Vastoid and also Inhabited, gaining 7 yellow tokens is... It's really crazy. If you look here, like 7 less would put me at here. Would produce less food, less culture from Mandela. And yeah, I don't have a happy face problem, I have enough. 13 actually, that's quite a lot I think. Yeah, these tactics can, colonies, I think, were really good for me, really deciding, maybe. I think even before that I was ahead, but with these colonies, they were after that everything just was perfect for me. Before that I had some problems, especially with population. After this there was no problem at all. Again, I took Magic Castle in both games. I think it's definitely the best wonder in the game for 2-player games. In this 3-player game, 4-player games, I don't really know that much about the meta game in these 4-player games. The end often is quite militaristic, so I think it should be really good, because it has a lot of functions with the defending and declaring the wars and aggressions, and having this 2 strength from the beginning, and especially the 2 culture. I don't know in which turn I got the Himeji Castle, pretty early, and so it probably produced me around 20 culture at least. Okay, so they do a pact. I definitely would have accepted that as well. And let's see what he plays. Sometimes it's weird that they don't immediately play and they have to calculate. Especially on phones, it sometimes takes a really long time for them to finish their calculations. In blue, probably wants to finish his fast food chains at some point. Can't go for air forces, can't really defend against my war. So maybe I shouldn't immediately start 2 games, but wait until I reach like H3. Here it becomes really slow, the game, in H3. Maybe that would be a solution, starting a new game once H3 starts, but there's also... Then the problem is I have to finish that game, and then I have to start a new game when I reach H3, and then I will be playing forever. That's Mandela. Not often played with him, because mainly because of his weird picking him speciality. Often he's just too expensive to take. And also he gives you quite a lot of culture production for very little investment. But also that's only true because of my territories. Okay, the H ends, so it's my last turn. Yeah, I'm not gonna play anything on my castle. Don't want to demolish blue. But I think I should definitely play the Imperative Technology. Could also declare war on, declare the aggression on red. I like to gang up on people who leave the game, so the others win against him. Play the Air Force as well. Should really be enough. Yep, take that. And then I don't have that much else to do. Can't go for multimedia, don't have enough. So maybe I don't increase my population. So I produce 1 more with Mandela. Bit of strength, maybe I just go for fundamentalism. Very weird last turn, but there's not much else I can do. And also it doesn't matter. In another game I probably would have done something else. In this game it doesn't really matter. I have 160 and the others are around 70. So I think with my aggression on red I should have made it a little bit closer now. Especially between red and blue. He will finish this wonder and score quite a lot, 17 and maybe even more. And he has enough resources. And he also produces culture at the end with his computers. So I still think red will win this game. Win second place. But maybe my aggression turned the tides. Ooh. He can decide what I take. Sadly there's no option to take culture. So he probably takes away science. He doesn't really need the resources to finish his wonder. Also his endowment of the arts in the hand as well. I guess a lot will depend on the impacts. He's the weakest right now if it stays like this. And he won't score any points from the input of strength. Input of progress, he has a little bit. Definitely more than blue. Can also still become very close between blue and green, but I guess with his wonder, blue will have more. So let's see, red finishes the wonder, and he took away the food, green did, and gave it to me, really nice. Can't make any use out of that. But yeah, he will develop a technology, then thinks again a little bit, and finishes a wonder 20 that he scores. And after that, he's uncertain. Upgrades one of those. Okay, so he's at 37 now. And 104 culture. Politics of strength. This means blue loses 3 more culture. I think this is the final straw. Though he will get a little bit from the fast food chains. 22 isn't too shabby. Also, he had no leader from H3, and we lost our H2 leader at the start of the age. So I think that was the other game. Maybe I'm forgetting about that. I don't know. Really hard to distinguish the two games, especially because I got Pyramids and Magic Castle in both of the games, I think. Yeah, in the other game I had Pyramids and Universitas Carolina and the Magic Castle. Yeah, it's not in here. Also there are 3 impacts from blue, so that might be a spark of hope for him. Maybe there's impact of competition, that would be good for blue with his arenas. 23 from the wonder puts him at 104, so super close, same actually. Variety 16, 12, okay. Wonders 9, 14 from red, 10 from blue. Competition, yeah, 20, 12 and 16. So really close again. Strength, that is bad for blue. Happiness, 16, 8 and 16. Nice, he's in front. Progress, and he, I don't think, yeah, and Red is in front again. And he gets 6 from Bill Gates. So yeah, interesting game. And not that close. But not all games have to be close to be interesting, I think. So yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments what you think about this format, like playing 2 games at the same time. Is it easy to follow? Is it hard to follow? Also tell me what you think about a stream that I might do, if you would watch, what you would think about that. Yeah, and other than that, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to me. If you haven't and you're watching this after, I don't know how long this video will be, if you haven't subscribed, please do it. It's really nice, and for every one of you, really leave a comment. Feel free to comment on everything I did, on generally my channel, the game, everything you would like. And I hope I soon see you in the next game as well.